Without giving away the secret sauce,
Yeah.
what would you say like influenced your business decisions as a YouTuber and how you treat it like a business versus what you see a lot happening in the creator community?
Yes. I guess the main focus as far as business is to just on the outside have it appear as unlike a business as possible. So it's at the end of the day it is a business, but it also is like a personal connection to the people talking. And keeping it that way can feel like a challenge when you're shooting with in a studio and there's big cameras and lights and things like that. But just me turning on the camera and talking to it is how it started, and that's just kind of how it feels. The business behind it, which is the access to companies and in general the ability to do more, is what you have to manage. So it turns into like do I want to show the behind the scenes of this company, or can I do a collaboration with this product that's inaccessible? All these different things come with the businesses talking to each other. But at the end of the day, after all that happens, you still want to make it the video.
Exactly. What would you say is the balance of the time that you invest in business development, meetings, planning, schedule, purchase orders, all these intricate things that people don't necessarily associate with doing a YouTube channel?
Yeah.
What would you say is the balance between that and then the actual content creation from a time standpoint?
I would say a lot of people who are getting into YouTube are like, I want to get an editor, I want to get a cameraman and all these things. I outsource those things when I can. So I have a financial accountant, I have people who can do taxes and things like that, where I don't have to spend a whole bunch of time focusing on that, where the majority of my time still does go into the production, the writing, the creative, and all of that. So I'd still say it's 85% that. I'd say most of the time is really writing and coming up with how exactly to make what video, and then we do it.
Because people don't realize that you structure and research your videos extensively.
Yeah. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that you don't see behind the decision to make every video and what goes into it. But on that end, it's been like, that's the creative section, that's the extension of my brain on the internet, where the finance and the business part I can actually outsource because it's less critical to the forward-facing part.
No, that makes total sense, and that's something that I could definitely appreciate. A lot of creators, they don't have the forethought of saying, you know what, there's a lot of things I'm not good at. Let me take those things off my plate, or I haven't mastered those things, or they take away and they drain. Because I would imagine there are certain things that are draining more than others that would take away from the creative process. What do you think is probably the most draining aspect of it that you're like, wow, I'm so glad I got rid of this so I can focus on creating?
Yeah, it's the financial management part, where it's like I know that generally just be responsible. Like roughly what you're coming in and what you're going out, so don't go crazy with that. And then putting back into the business in a productive way from that end is all I really have to focus on. But taxes and investment and keeping that whole half of it afloat, I'm really glad I'm not doing that every single day.